Hi, you're watching The Mainstream. I am Simran Shivalkar, your host for today, and we are at the DevOps Conclave 2025. I'm joined by Mr. Yashaswi Mudumbai. He is the Senior Director for Solutions Engineering APAC at JFrog. Firstly, Yash, thank you so much for joining me and having this conversation with me.
Nice to meet you, Simran.
Hey, thank you. Well, Yash needs no introduction. I will still take this opportunity to share a few things about him. To begin with, he's a Senior Director of Solutions Engineering APAC at JFrog, also a seasoned DevOps and software delivery expert with deep expertise in cloud-native architectures, CI, CD, DevSecOps, and software supply chain security. At JFrog, he helps organizations accelerate software delivery with resilience, automation, and end-to-end security, bringing a strong background in scalability and platform engineering to his leadership role. Once again, thank you so much, Yash, for joining me. That being said, we are at the DevOps Conclave 2025. I'm also aware that your panel on DevOps contributing to business growth, where you emphasize DevOps being more than pipelines and automation. Can you throw some light on that as to how this innovation is kind of, scaling up in today's day and age?
Yeah. So if you look at DevOps, DevOps is all about business outcome, right? It's not just about releasing faster. It's about making sure that, the quality of, releases are actually getting better.
Correct.
Think about, any company releasing faster, secure, and compliant. That drives business outcome.
Correct.
Right? And if you look at DevOps, DevOps is a business driver and it's a business growth driver. Correct. I would put it that way.
Wonderful. Moving on here, cloud native architectures, we talk about CI, CD, and DevOps becoming kind of mainstream. Yet many Indian enterprises are still struggling with scalability and resilience. Any common challenges or any gaps that you have come across?
Yeah. So if you look at the current industry, right, any organization has both structural and cultural issues as well, right? And when I talk to my CIO, CISO friends, I tell them to take modernization as a step-by-step process, right? And it's not just about, having all of these cloud approach, immediately, adopted, right? The problems over the industry is we also have a lot of legacy systems. Right. How do we make sure that these legacy systems are up to speed? They cannot be in cloud speed, right? And that's one of the reasons why we'll have to understand how an approach, needs to be implemented. Right. And it is more of a cultural shift than just a process.
Wonderful. And against that background, we are also aware about JFrog's big announcement coming in the week. We've heard about the Agentic Remediations with GitHub Copilots. Can you tell us a bit about this? What's the vision, what's the idea, and what's next for JFrog and along with Agentic Remediation?
Yes. So if you look at Agentic Remediation, that's a huge step ahead, right? The current vulnerability management lifecycle is more manual and it is more reactive, right? And this agentic remediation is going to speeden up the process. It is going to make it more, proactive and automated as well, right? It is not going to replace engineers. It is going to make them smarter. They can start working on smarter pipelines. Right. And this agentic remediation starts from the IDE level. So which means that as a coder, this is where you start your coding, right? And, the agentic remediation is going to highlight where the vulnerability is there in the code, and the engineer can go ahead and request saying that fix this.
Right.
And what this is going to do is, it is immediately going to go back and identify where the issue is. It is going to pinpoint on the code and it is going to exactly tell you where it needs to be fixed. And it also gives you an option either to accept or reject it.
Okay.
So which also means that you are going to reduce your, cycles of identifying vulnerabilities. It is happening in real time, near real time, right? And it also gives you an option to fix it and also accept the fix or go ahead with the next option.
Fantastic. So it's like a co-pilot in real sense for engineers. Great. And again, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse and congratulations on the big announcement. Well, Yash, looking ahead, what is the larger, vision for JFrog when we talk about the product feature, we talk about the region specific, how is it going to be in the next coming years?
All right. So when you look at the DevOps transformation, DevOps is, currently not just about dev and ops. It's about dev, sec, ML, GovOps, all together, right? And JFrog provides one single platform to onboard all of these stakeholders and making sure that none of these processes are actually siloed. And it's a major cultural shift for every organization where the CIO, CTO, and CISO teams comes together.
Right. I think that has been the necessity for all, because today it's not just one size fits for all, but yet a lot of teams kind of collaborate and work together. Thank you so much, Yash, for giving us a glimpse about the next coming, announcement for JFrog and helping us with your thoughts as well. Before we conclude, I also have a couple of rapid fire questions for you. All right. DevOps in 2025, more about speed or more about security?
It's definitely security. Without security, you can't trust your releases.
Rightly said so. One tool you cannot live without in your daily workflow?
Slack, because it helps me collaborate with my teams.
Wonderful. One leadership mantra you live by at work?
It's practice what you preach.
Interesting. If you were not in tech, what other career space you would want to explore?
Automobile, my most closest one, because if I look at an engine, if I look at mechanics, the amount of cohesion that happens within an engine, it works in tandem, it works together. And one simple part, if there's a problem, the entire engine is going to break down, just like DevOps.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any brand that you're mesmerized by when we talk about automobiles?
Every brand is so beautiful. So there's not just one brand. As a whole, I'm really impressed.
Absolutely. I think that is how today CXO leaders are also looking at new tech and organizations when we talk about scaling at large level. Thank you so much, Yash, for giving your insights.
Thank you so much.